The Ringling Brothers and the Barnum and Bailey Circus has been around for over 140 years. This popular form of entertainment is not only beloved by the children, but the adults as well. Unfortunately, the greatest show on earth will soon be coming to an end, considering that this is their last tour ever. I'm Brooklyn Hart, reporting to you from the Infinite Energy Arena in Duluth, Georgia. The Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus have been entertaining the American public for a very long time. The original Ringling Brothers Circus brought about the Barnum and Bailey's Greatest Show on Earth in 1906, but the two shows officially merged in 1919. Since then, they have been captivating American audiences with the aerobatic stunts and the exotic animals on display. The traveling circus goes down in history as one of the longest running circus shows in American history. The earlier circuses of the Ringling Brothers and the Barnum and Bailey before the merger go far back as the mid-1870s. There are several reasons cited behind the shutting down of the famous circus. One reason being the steady decline of ticket sales as the new generation become more interested in modern technological entertainment and less interested in what the traditional circus has to offer. As a result of low ticket sales, the circus simply can't afford to maintain animals, performers, and venues. Also, the controversy surrounding the alleged cruel treatment of the animals used in their performance leads to protests from many animal rights groups and tarnishes the reputation of not only the circus, but the idea of circuses as a whole to some of the general public.
They have a long history of abusing animals. Ringling paid the largest fine of its kind ever for animal welfare, the Animal Welfare Act violations back in 2011. For violations going all the way back to 2007.
I think that what started it was the elephants, and they felt they were mistreated, so they took the elephants out of the deal, and that may have they may have gone too far with it.
For animal rights groups, the ending of the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus is one step closer to ending the exploitation and captivity of exotic animals in the circus acts. The Ringling Brothers and the Barnum and Bailey Circus has been receiving many mixed reviews about its closing.
That it's a sad national tragedy that we have lost Ringling Brothers. They've been an institution here in America for so long, over 150 years, that for us just to let this organization go, we're not only sacrificing the lives of many performing artists throughout their history, the families that tour with them, but even beyond that, we're losing a national treasure, I feel.
Well, we are sad because we've been coming for the past 7 years.
We're just talking about what's going to happen to all these people that have jobs.
So people who could maybe go into circus do have other options to use these skills they have. It might not be underneath the banner of what's called a circus, but it's still, the skill is still there.
The end of the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus is by all means an end of an era. Depending on who you ask defines what kind of era is ending. For some, it's the end of the greatest show on earth that has been awakening the imagination and the awe of children and adults for generations.
I would say 6 years old, 1936. And you can imagine it's pretty exciting for a kid that age to see a show like this. They already had 3 rings, 2 stages, they had a menagerie, they had sideshows, they had cotton candy, and I remember they were selling little whips to all these kids one summer. So as we left the show, every little kid in the place had a little whip. Must have driven their parents nuts.
We're gonna miss it. How about you, Erica? Yeah. Agree? It's a treat.
It's sad. There's a whole generation of children that are not going to grow up with the circus people.
For others, it's the end of a period of terror for animals who are subject to cruel abuse and lonely captivity.
It's great to see that they're shutting down. I think it's because people are getting more educated about why animals don't belong in the circus and why it's not entertainment, it's actually animal abuse.
Whichever way it's looked at, the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus has made a major impact on the American entertainment front, but has finally ran its course. I'm Brooklyn Hart, GSU TV.